Shaky cam time. So here's the thing. So I reconstituted those 3 sets. And I had to pull very, very minimal parts from my collection to finish all 3. That one, basically hardly any. A couple, 10-ish, whatever I said in the videos. I don't remember the next day. And so I start working on what else I can reconstitute. And I mentioned the Alpha 1 rocket base in the previous video. And so I just pulled the parts that I could in the fun bag, which has like all the trans colors and all the printed parts. And all those parts are that I could pull for the Alpha 1 rocket base are right there. 1 6x8 plate, 2, and it requires so many more, I think 9. 1 inverted 2x2 with print on it, needs 2 more, and those guys there, which is fine. And I said, well, then I thought maybe there's a Starfleet Voyager in here because I had 3 of the 4 1x2 bricks with the classic space logo on it, white. And so I said, okay, well, let's talk about the Starfleet Voyager. Well, there's 1 there, and I need a lot more, and there's those guys there. And then there's like some 1x1 plates and 1x1 bricks, trans red and trans green. And I started looking at the wing plates, and I said, well, there's a Starfleet Voyager right here. It's missing a few. I think I need 4 of each. So I got 4 on one side and 2 of the other, which means I'm pulling stuff from my collection. That's fine. And the 2 antennas or radar dishes. And, probably a few of those plates. It's, and then I start looking, well, I still have 1 of these. And I already built that guy. And I think this thing only came in that guy as well as the Gamma 5. And the Gamma 5 and this guy requires 3 of these each. And only have 1 left. Saw 4 of those. I go, oh, Space Dart. Because I got that. And then I got the this guy here. But I only have like 1 of these, and it requires a lot more to finish the Space Dart. I got those guys there, so that should be fine, but no clippies. So Space Dart should be pretty easy to reconstitute. And again, I don't know if the Space Dart came with a solid stud or an open stud. I'm thinking more open because it was a later released set. But I could be wrong. And then 5 of these, and then going, oh, the 6950, but there's literally nothing else in this lot that says 6950. Hardly anything in this lot. I mean, you can go into the tires, but I'm thinking still 854, the go-kart, because I'll require 8 tires for the 6950 rocket launcher. And then I got these tires up front. Again, Alpha 1 rocket base would take care of some of that. The wheel hubs, wheel wells, the connectors, the brackets here, I think maybe, yeah, one at least on the antenna. This guy could be Starfleet Voyager. There are so many things here, but there are so many missing pieces. And so I'm at the point where do I put any effort into that at all? Because again, I love reconstituting sets. We all know that. I remember, I think I did a bunch of months ago where I had to pull like over 50% of the parts from my collection instead of from the lot. And that's fun for a little bit. But it gets like tedious. Like I like reconstituting lots that like are mostly there. And everything I see here says that I'm going to be working hard to reconstitute any set in this lot now. Those 3 were relatively easy. Bing, bang, boom. Going forward, it's not going to be as easy. I'm not one to shirk away from things that are hard. My job in IT has made me very, very cognizant of that. And I really, really enjoy difficult tasks when required. But I'm thinking right now, and again, I'm not saying absolute confirmation because, my mind changes like the weather. But right now I'm more inclined to just throwing the stuff into the collection and having some good useful parts, and be done with it. But I also don't want to leave it at 3 reconstituted. So color me undecided. I'm going to see which should be the easiest if I can reconstitute an 854. because I got the gears there, and the steering wheel. I'll have to see what Blue Technic beams I have, and if I have all the Blue Technic beams, I'm going to reconstitute the 854, and I'm going to pull the rest of the parts from my collection. But if I have the 1x16s, the 4 1x8s, the 5 1x4s, and the, I can't remember how many 1x2s Blue Technic beams, bricks, I'm going to, but I'm going to put that in writing. They all have to be there. Like all the Technic beams, because I don't want to go searching for those. The basic brick is fine, and building the engine, there's a lot of black 1x plates in this lot, so I'm not too worried about that. And look, it's got a ton of 2x2s here, which again tells me that there's an 854. I mean, just look at me picking these things out right now. Look at all of them right there. So that tells me that there is possibly an 854 or something thereof, I should say. So I might actually start pulling parts for the 854, and during that process, I will see about pulling parts for the Alpha 1 rocket base and the Starfleet Voyager. I always try to find the parts that were, I won't say exclusive to one set, but the Starfleet Voyager had 4 1x2 white bricks with the logo on it. And when I look at the Piron, again, I go to Piron. And again, you can, if you so desire, go into like Bricklink and just enter all the parts you have, and it'll tell you but where's the fun in that? So 4 came in the Starfleet Voyager, 3 came in the set that I will never ever build. 2 came in the decorative bricks, and 1 came in the Space Supply Station, which I definitely don't have here. So and if the set that will absolutely never be built by me uses the Starfleet Voyager anyway. So if the Starfleet Voyager came, if I don't think they would have bought 1593. What's it called again? Yeah, 1593. But if they have a Starfleet Voyager, and the only one came to Space Supply Station, so that eliminates, unless they bought 2 packages of the decorative bricks, but nothing in this lot tells me that they bought that. So I'm thinking Starfleet Voyager just because of those bricks alone. I'm thinking Alpha 1 rocket base because of all the various parts that I keep on seeing here. But no base plate. Now, what I do have left after all these things are pulled out is these here. And I was honestly initially thinking with this guy that it could be a Galaxy Explorer. But look at the bereft, the lack of, the minimal number of plates and wing plates that I would have to build a Galaxy Explorer. So there's no way I'm building a Galaxy Explorer with this lot. There's just no way. No, I could figure out what other sets that came in besides the 854, which I think is what it's going to be. So I'll put it there. And I know that this came in a 722, because I know that this lot has a 722. What I might do is I might pull out, I don't want to pull out the pieces for 722, because universal sets are cute when you buy them, but they're basically, parts packs to build other stuff. So what's the point of reconstituting a 722? So, and of course the Beta 1. So, which again, one of those, there's no way I'm building a Beta 1. I think no, that was not in the Beta 1. I don't think. These guys were in the Beta 1. So those guys could be from the Beta 1, but I also think, could they be from the Starfleet Voyager? No, they used white ones. I don't remember the light gray ones being used. So here's me being undecided and going on about nothing. This also made me think about 928, but possibly not. So this is how my mind works. I start looking at all the parts like this, and I say, what can I build? What various sets did most of this stuff come in? And I start pulling parts like this, and then I start filling in from my collection. What I was planning on doing, if I actually do this, is for a change, instead of putting the exact part from my collection that's missing, I'm going to just use white parts to substitute, so you can see, or so I can see how many parts I had to substitute in order to complete a set. Because when I pull the exact part from my collection, it's hard to see. I have to remember what parts I substituted or I pulled from my lot. I think that's it. I'm going to wrap this up really, really quickly. And I hope everybody out there is doing well. And I will talk to you soon.